Kim, who done the surprise party travel to the China equity at Beijing's query, told he felt enforced to individually report CEO XI of the fast tactful developments on the Korean peninsula in latter weeks, Xinhua informed. The trip represents amazing change for Kim, who appears to be fashioning oneself as a lead in searching of a peace decision to the meltdown on the Korean peninsula. He's in abrupt difference to 2017, while Kim oversaw a line of rocket and nuke tests how drew the ire of the world society. Kim's travel was the first of 3 capacity meetings in several of the planet's largest strong leaders. Kim is set to visit a summit conference in Southward Korean CEO Moon Jae-in following monthly, and will after encounter US CEO Donald Trump card, in which would be an historical at first face among a meeting US CEO and a polar Korean lead. The US CEO added he was upbeat Kim will do which is law for his human beings and for humanists. See Striker to our meet. Key points. Kim named for a brand new epoch in duplex relations in an email to XI published by the Korean Center News Story Agent, KCNA, that as well informed how XI had recognized an invite to trip Polar Korea at a easy period. The adoption of the invite was not informed by China country print though Xinhua told how XI would hold in common pin, that could involve exchanging of visits. In the springtime complete of joy and hopes, I trust my at first meet in General Secretariat XI Jinping will give plentiful fruits of DPRK China amity, and promote world and sustainability on the Korean peninsula, told Kim, relating to XI by his name as lead of the China communistic side. Kim done his travel at the invite of XI, country print of both of countries informed. Time exhibited as an informal trip, Kim got scarlet carpet treat in Beijing, consisting a feast at the large room of the human beings. An equivalent gamer? Polar Korea's tactful allure unpleasant is potential portion of and try to shock him as a planet gamer equivalent in growth to leaders love XI, told Gene Shelter, an analysis at the Hyundai Engine Korea Basis Center for Korean Story and Social Politics at the Wilson Center. We're vision a thoroughly designed Polar Korean policy on public diplomacy evolve on the planet phase, start in Beijing, Lee told. Same's installed oneself as the peacekeeper, same's done all the at first moves. China country print cited Kim as proverb how he is devoted to the denuclearization of the Korean peninsula, a key China purpose, but Lee alerted Kim would search main acquiescence in exchanging for giver up nuke arms. Same question of denuclearization of the Korean peninsula can be solved, if Southward Korea and the joint state answer to our efforts in goodwill, build an ambience of world and sustainability time take advanced and simultaneous measures for the implementation of world, Kim told, on to Xinhua. Polar Korean country print done no refer of nuke arms in its scope of the meet. White's building credits maximal blood pressure images speak on China country TV video surveillance system environment showed Kim and his woman, Ri Solju, meet in XI and some China officials for the travel. As XI, Kim as well took portion in events in his deputy corps, consisting Li Keqiang, the China Prime, and Van Kishan, the China defect CEO who is deliberate one of XI's nearest confidants. The White's building told in a declaration how the China by the government informed them on the meet Tuesday and declared several letter of credit for the growth. We see the growth as future testimony how our campaigning of maximal blood pressure is creation the relevant ambience for dialogue in Polar Korea, White's building click Secretariat Sarah Sanders told. The U.S. has spearheaded efforts at the joint nations to penalty Polar Korea and pressured China to carry out measures targeting Pyongyang's capacity to importing gas and give in income. Friends once again XI and his woman, Peng Lai-won, as well detained agreed feast for their visitors. Kim said his hosts how he chose China as his at first across the sea purpose as lead to show its will to conduct striker the heritage of DPRK China amity, and how he valuable the amity among the two countries, relating to Polar Korea by its official behalf, the more democratic human beings as Republic of Korea. XI told Beijing is readily to job in Polar Korea to contribute length-term wholesome and steady growth of China-DPRK relations, gain the two countries and two folk, and do new deposit to provincial world, sustainability and growth, XI told. KCNA told Kim was agreed warm welcome in limit honesty to him in sign of hot friendly amity and amiable ego for his China trip.